Hello and welcome to the Memory Arcade. Where's the sound? There's the sound. Sound was muted because I did some offline grinding for souls. The sweetest thing to grind for, indeed. How's everyone doing? There we go. So, yeah, I did some offline grinding. First, I need to get up for a moment because I started to stream thinking, oh cool, the cats are all asleep. Oh wait, she doesn't want to go out? Oh, never mind. But yeah, I started, oh, the cats are both asleep, I can stream in peace, and guess who was happily trotting in the moment I came in, I went online. Anyway, she's snacking now, so, but I may have to open the balcony for her soonish. Yeah, so, some offline streaming. Wanna go outside? Sorry. Be right back. Okay. No, not offline streaming. Offline grinding. That's what I did. I did some offline grinding. For cash. To ultimately get this Soul Eater ring. It's the most expensive item and really the only real reason, aside from a few potions, that you grind for money in this game. And yeah, it increases the drop rate of souls dramatically. And with that, so let me just check if the suit is, yeah, no, volume gain is still lowered. Okay. With that, it was a lot easier to max out a few of the souls that I frequently use, such as Killer Clown, Berserkotl, Ghost Dancer we had already maxed out. In fact, I'm gonna treat Ghost Dancer as a bonus from now on. Let's just up Constitution in a big way. I upped 3 and to 9 only to realize it only ever had one level. Felt very stupid about that, but sure. Let's just go with Ground Pillar, have that extra defense. I explored a little more of the map, but nothing that led to any boss fights. It was mostly just shortcuts. And yeah, we're supposed to go into the tower again. It's probably the fastest way to get there, huh? And confront Dimitrii. And hopefully finish this game at some point. If we finish this in a real hurry, and I'm under, like, say, the 2-hour mark, I'm gonna throw something else on. This might be a shorter stream, but I still like to keep it level 9x, huh? But I still want to keep it at sorry, my brain needs a little while to spin up. Yes, I slept in way too late today, and I'm not quite up there yet, but yeah, I upgraded some weapons. Trident's looking, well, the Trident's still the Trident, to be honest. We have the Golden Axe, which I guess is not a Sega reference, but if Sega actually winds up buying the Castlevania franchise, it could be. We can dream, right? Other than that... Oh, Bertrand is actually that strong. Yeah, we have a regular ass sword here, and a big ass axe, and we also got the Climb Solaris, which isn't quite as strong, but maybe a little bit faster, and has holy damage, so if we meet particularly fiendish foes, then I'll switch to that. But it's basically, I think it's the best broadsword, at least through the upgrade paths. And yeah, all that stuff came fairly easy once I had the Soul Eater ring, because the souls just keep coming, and it's kind of neat that way. Also, I got rid of the 3/7 tricot or armor that increases your luck a bunch, because it turns out that Dracula's tunic is just 1 point of luck below that, and otherwise dramatically different in all other stats, so we're using that now, because I don't want to do the high luck glass cannon build anymore. Anyway, here Julius and Alucard discussing what appears to be the portal to, I wanna say, the end game? Break the barrier. It's definitely possible, but there's no guarantee that I'll have energy left to fight. Let the boy do it. He beat the incarnation of chaos in the last game. He's fiendishly powerful. Without your power, it's impossible for us to get through. They have to be stopped at all costs. Well, I suppose this is an emergency. Fine. Stand back. Is he gonna do the Belmont ground punch? Here he goes. No, he's doing the King's Cross. Yeah. Never watched DBZ, but I imagine that's what it's like. The barrier, it's gone. I'm sorry. Go already. There's no time for chit-chat. Right. Also, could Genja Arikado at some point maybe drop the pretense and busted a sword or something? Like, he's this guiding hand behind everything, and sure, I appreciate that, but he's also kinda ineffective in many ways. Soma? Growing old is a terrible thing. Just relax, don't worry. We'll take it from here. Alright, I'm counting on you. Don't let me down, kid. This went a complete 180 from stay out of this. For your own good, kid. But yeah. Mine of Judgment. My safe room sense was tingling. Slabra! I'm here, buddy. Papa needs your soul for the upcoming fight. Still have the sorry doing that. You know what? Let's just get the ghost dancer out for one more dance, so to speak. Because I'm just curious what Slugger's ability does. Also... This platform is way too... Throw squares. 1 of 9. Wait, that's a neat arc. Lie. I said the... The soul eater ring makes grinding for souls a whole lot easier. I wonder if at max level we just throw a slugger at the enemies rather than just a spare. Just at some point you just gotta throw the whole slugger. That's a good, decent endgame level for Castlevania. So you can see we're not invincible. In fact, I'm gonna do a real quick safety save here. Yeah, before shit like this happens. Ha! Haha. Fuck. Oh. Look at you. Oh. One more. There we go. No. Okay, got there. So poison does something interesting in this game. It just tanks your stats. And doesn't take away from your health, from your magic. Your stacks are just down the hole. Oh, that's kind of disturbing. Oops. Giant slug, nullified poison. There we go. Also, it almost just died. How about we equip that on both builds for now? So let's bust out bear and heal. That's not the manual heal. There we go. Given. Oh, thanks, but back to get. Oh shit. If Gaben and Slobber are here. The Grim Reaper's not far behind. Say, I wouldn't mind a wouldn't mind a soul drop from game just to see what the ability is. It's probably just a fireball thing, or maybe a tough form with red skin. Can jelly. Yeah, resistance to physical attacks. Oh, that's good. The next boss I'm facing has likely. Actually, there's attacks be classified as. Yes, if it's just the usual sickles and scythe thing, then physical attacks would fit the bill. Summon Gaben! Okay, that actually sounds kinda swag. Not gonna lie. 1 out of 3. Okay, mine's a little light blue. Hello there. Welcome back. This looks ominous. Oh, actually not that ominous. Yeah, let's teleport home real quick just to... just to save and heal and all that. So, as much as I like swords in this game, I kinda wonder what the ultimate spare is like, and if I can maybe just snag that sword real quick. Because the range is kinda paltry, and since I've now gotten accustomed to the slower movesets of the bigger weapons, in spite of myself really, I wouldn't mind checking that out. Oh, hi Soma, I've been meaning to ask you this, but what is it? How far have you gone with me now? This is where I would look at the camera if I had one. Like, what are you talking about now? Well, Mia's like a little sister to me, so it makes me wonder. Well then, ask her yourself, as if you were her older sister, and rather than worrying about others, why not worry about yourself? Wow, okay, Soma. Yeah, that one stung a little. You're right, in this line of work I don't get to meet too many. Doesn't she work for the church? I don't know what the celibacy status there is, but... Oh, Julia's mode actually expands on the back ring. That's nice. That's good to know. I might actually mess around with this now. They went the extra mile on that one, huh? Wait, this isn't about me. That's why you shouldn't cry, right? You're right. I guess I have too much time on my hands. Sorry. Yoko, couldn't you just, I don't know, drop the standard line like, please be safe, kids, or something like that? Dicarabia. Where is that? Dicarabia. Oh, it's the beer-like thing in the water, in subterranean hell. Oh yeah, we can get that real quick. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm still split on that particular part of the mod. I took it because it was part of a patch that had both the touchscreen removal and the luck fix. And when you have multiple patches like this, you never know if they play nice with each other. So having one that is tested and unified kind of makes sense. And I was like, yeah, I like the old artwork better too, but it's still too much editorializing on part of the modder, in my opinion. Hey, welcome. I got some good stuff in. Oh, he's only selling... Wait, no, that's nice. I mean, the luck change makes sense, because apparently the luck stat in the original release was actually broken. And given that I had to done this time grinding out certain stuff in the App Store, I did not want to play a game where the luck stat actually doesn't do anything. So I think this is Subterranean Hell, right? Maybe? Could also be here. Oh wait, it actually says so on the tin. Right here. I could display the whole, the secondary screen of the DS on my interface, like, say, in place of any of the elements on the right, but it doesn't really do much in this game, so I chose not to. There was one scene where Hammer was like, oh, you know, Yoko waved at me today. You get discounts on everything. And suddenly I got the Soul Eater ring for 300,000 rather than 350,000. I imagine that's a very late game occurrence. But yeah, and the best way to grind out that money was fighting Succubi for, like, you get the rare ring first. You can find that in the game to get better item drops. Then you get then you fight the Succubi in whatever part of the castle. They drop the black suits. The black suits sell for 9,000 something, and this way you get the money for the Soul Eater ring. That's how I did it anyway. Yeah, I mean, I've set this up just in case I wanted to show something. I just disabled those bits in OES, but here, that's what you would be able to see. And I don't know, it's small for me on my, I don't know, 30-40 something inch screen 2 feet away from me. It's not much use for you, I imagine. So I'd rather give shoutouts to my latest followers and remind people that I wouldn't mind more followers. I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep Gaben around, but it's such a nostalgic monster for me, so... Oh yeah. What I do in games where little grind can improve the experience overall is that I do offline sessions. Usually when I'm unwinding after a stream, I will just keep the game on, maybe mute the game audio to or to stream myself, or put on a podcast or something, and then just go through the motions. And that's been working pretty good for me with stuff like Final Fantasy, where some grinding is really hard to avoid to begin with. Oh yeah, that's so good. In fact, I wish they had done it to even more stuff, like the whole equip a soul to go into a mirror thing. Sure, I'm actually not sure how they could have solved that mechanically. But yeah, it's so much nicer that you just get a soul and you don't have to walk on water anymore, even though it was kinda neat. For some puzzles or, you know, some traversals. There is a customer. Thank you. You know what? I'm gonna get 2. As you can see, the soul eater ring makes all the difference. Also, feel free to spoil me here. Are there any hidden passages or breakable walls in this game? Because I sure couldn't find any. And it's been so disappointing because I'm trained to expect them. And just all my natural instincts went out of the window in this. Or do you have to have the Peeping Tom sword active in order to break walls? That would kinda suck. Oh. That's a shame, really. Like, sometimes they can be very obtuse, and you should really not do it if, say, there aren't some hints towards it and progression hinges on it, but it's nice to find a few secrets here and there. I think I need to buckle down for the last dash. I guess you're trying hard, so how may I help you? Bryonac. Looks good. A Slopper Soul, who would have thunk? Oh, and a Lance of Plungius, Aranus Soul. And a Bugbear Soul. Where would I find a Bugbear Soul? That's a bugbear? Okay. That's yeah, sure. A lot of them in the Castle Clock Tower. Or in the Pinnacle. Oh no, Glenn. A spare, not the spare. Oh, that's pretty sweet already. Let's just go to the Pinnacle. Count those bugbears for themselves. They don't look like bugbears, but what do I know? There's a room with like 4 of them somewhere around here. Also, hi Azmac. They... I think I may want to upgrade the spear to its final form. I already did the Slugger Soul, now I need a Bugbear Soul. Yeah. The big bird skeleton is what we used to call it. I mean, Slugger goes back to Castlevania 4. It's one of the bosses you encounter before fighting Death. And subsequently Dracula. Slugger in Castlevania 4 is a fucking nightmare, because it has a... you need really good reflexes to... there we go. You really need really good reflexes for that son of a bitch, because it has a few moves where it jumps up in the air and immediately attacks. So you have to know that, otherwise you're fucked. And Simon Belmont is not as spry and fast as any of the symphony-style Castlevania protagonists. Why am I here? Not away again. Okay, so this looks like it needs some kind of lightning situation to work. Also, David, please earn your money. I got a lightning ability. I remember what it's called. Doesn't really do anything in this case. Oh, it does. Oh, what the fuck? Okay. I'm glad I did that. I might not even use that soul anymore, but I'm glad I figured it out. It's maxed. I did some offline grinding and we're maxed on a bunch of stuff. Also, I hit that quick save. No, we're maxed on the lightning. I'm level 55. I don't think I want to use the XP soul because I honestly don't want the last couple bosses to be glass cannons. I also have the Soul Eater now, so that helped a lot during the sad offline session. Oh, does the Wii U need a little time to write that data? Oh, okay. That word from you, Julius, would you like to add? Of course. Let's see. You can get through tight spaces if you could switch places with a small object. Wait, that's really old news. Are you just repeating hints now? Ah, I could get the best axe if I had Death Soul. Well, I guess soon, huh? That's really suspicious, but I'm willing to go along with it. Gunner. Let's just go outside and check that base damage again. I did about 100 and change to this gentleman. Okay. Gunner? Hardly know her. Oh. It looks impressive, sure. Silly but impressive. Damage seems to be about the same, but I guess the real kicker is this. Wow, goes all the entire screen, huh? I mean, yeah, sure. I still have to check out the mushroom. Ah, okay, it compartmentalizes its damage types. That's okay. Still wanna save here. Just to be sure. Okay, what does that do? I think Gaibin's fun because it's Gaibin and it's a classic monster, but there's my idiot son, there's my beautiful idiot son. Fly free! this is, I think this is another little bit of editorializing a part of the patch, where they give you boss souls extra, so you can have your big and eat it too. Meaning I can now go over here. Upgrade this axe to its final form. And then I am gonna beat death, and also get its ability. That's actually tantamount to cheating and kinda makes New Game Plus kinda obsolete, but you know what? Just make it look cool. I mean... And why do I keep picking it up? Oh yeah, the moon rod was incredible if you figured it out. For those who don't know, if you combine the moon rod, which is I want to say a medium tier weapon in Symphony of the Night, if you combine that with any of the shields, I think you need to press the shield button and the weapon button together. But depending on the shield that you have, you will get a special effect. Some kind of enchantment. And it's all over the place in terms of what it does. If you combine it with the Alloclap shield, your shield becomes a bringer of death previously unknown to mankind. Because you can then just use your shield to run into enemies. It does massive damage and heals you. So it's basically the I win button in this game. And it's actually, there's one boss where I'm always tempted to use the gigantic golden armor thingy. But other than that, really don't use it if you want to still play the game. Also, I imagine we're gonna meet death here. Try act surprised. At least he's not middle management anymore. Oh, fucking hell. That was sweet. What a sky for sore eyes. Yep. It is a hard boss, and probably, I don't say the hardest boss in the game, because Dracula sure doesn't have anything on. But it's also something that's fun to figure out. I remember not doing it with the Alucard shield in my first playthrough. I think I cheesed him a lot with poisonous gas. Maybe. Still has the side. Worried. I should be worried. Right, I could just pivot to magic, that's true. I have both maxed actually, so let's see. Let's actually equip for this. Where's that witch soul? Oh. Still keep my distance from this guy. I think the one disadvantage of the witch spell is that I cannot rapid fire it, but try something else. I got the lightning spell that I can never remember. There we go. Okay, that's not doing great. Okay, that at least took care of his axe. or side, rather. I got a new one. That worked. I had to refill my mana bunch, but didn't have to heal. So let's just use all that going forward, except maybe... Let's get one more. Get that one slower soul that we used earlier. They're not slugger. They're not slugger at all. Actually be a neat place to just... guidance souls on the quick, but what is that thing? But then I have a lot of really good options for summoning. There we go. But run, but it does do some damage. Sorry, I'm very undecided on what to use and how to prioritize certain stuff right now, but I imagine it will all be made very clear now. Very soon. Oh yeah, no, this looks like Ah, you just drop. Like you drop through platforms. I imagine that will be like the chaos area on the last game. I'm just gonna leave it on the screen for a few more seconds, just so we can appreciate the complete and utter edgelordiness of this design. And now we are entering the hell of having sand in your ear. This would be kind of congruous with, I think it's Chinese culture, where there's basically a hell for every unpleasant thing you can imagine. Oh, what a thing to almost miss. Hippogriff. I know it's probably not what you mean, but my immediate thought was the Shinra Corporation. Oh, we've entered the hell of it being just a little too chilly for your Parker. That's why I didn't put the experience up we need, because the way we are cutting through these fools indicates that we are just at the right level. Oh, a cloud of locusts swarm foes. I mean, I just have to try it, right? It would be rude not to. Wow. Actually... I guess I don't need the bat for a while now, since we... So there's a boss coming up, but when I'm looking at the map, it's quite evident that there's more to come. There's gonna be some symmetry up in this whole situation here. I'm guessing you're reluctant to even name the company because you don't want to give them more attention. Oh hi, is that you, Aurochs? Oh no, this would be Abaddon, huh? And we are in hell, so that makes sense. Yeah, no, never didn't have it. Had a floating ready run and Luna Jade on her home stream, by the way. Had a really nailed ability reaction in a recent stream. It goes in the "I'm using this constantly" or "cool." Add it to the pile and let her go. How am I supposed to go through here? I never got the power. Got a power for this. Yeah. I mean, the pile is definitely a thing in Castlevania games where you collect powers. And I mean, there are things that where the value isn't immediately manifest, and I kind of like that soul stacking became a thing here, just because now some powers can scale and get better, so they're not incredibly OP at first, but also not useless forever. I mean, we've discussed how some powers are just weirdly not scaling at all. That's just a Black Panther. Can we level up Black Panther? Sure can. This is int at the expense of strength, but I have the Lilith so maxed, so why would I ever? That's the thing. Panther Soul apparently only has one level. See? I gravitate in these games towards silly stuff because like like my jam in Bloodstained was to max out the flying pigs. And by God, those flying pigs helped me take down the final boss. And it was glorious. And it was just such an uplifting image to see a bunch of flying pigs floating about in the most depressing places of the castle. I think I remembered I had this jump power. You'll take me down when pigs fly, Sharpbinder. Wait, what? No! Do we need anything from the shop? I guess saving and some pushes can't hurt. Kinda removes the threat of the abyss a little bit when there's a teleporter home right in the middle of it. But okay. Soma can get out of the abyss for a little while as a treat. That meme has so much range. And I guess I would already be tired of it, if it wasn't for the fact that it's just vaguely associated with Baby Yoda, and that just makes it better. The Alucard sword. Ah, also not something that usually drops in the unpatched game. Alucard's favorite sword. Oh, yeah. Classic. Never mind. We're gonna fight the Legion again? Ninja. Soma, what happened? You arrived too late, quite simply. You gained dominance over a calamitous demon. I tried to prevent the summoning ritual from happening, but your dark power failed to overcome the power I gained from the sacrifice. Sacrifice? Oh. I mean... So much for tying up loose ends. Celia, such an unseemly sight. Be gone. I'm strangely okay with this. You killed your own ally? She had always dreamed of seeing the Dark Lord. She served me to the end in my becoming. She should feel honored. Not only that, she even helped me take care of this pesky Arikado. He's right. His sacrifice reversed the flow of my dark power. The stage is now set. We shall see whose power of dominance prevails. Okay. Bring it. What? This cannot be. My dominance should be complete. That's what's happening. Arikado, what's going on? Yeah, please explain the poorly explained plot to us some more. The power of dominance isn't easily contained. He isn't like you. His soul cannot withstand a power that intense. Liar! Heard enough from you. Gaboo! Sorry, but I need to screenshot this. For some reason, it's Alucard saying that is insanely funny to me. Yeah, I don't mind him being a side character, but he's so inefficient. Like he's there. He saves you at the beginning of each game. He provides a bunch of exposition, but he's not like jumping in and busting out a sword or doing something cool. Like if we had come in there and Alucard had been like in a battle locked in with magic power floating everywhere, or him trying to use soul steel or whatnot, and it just hadn't worked, it would have looked way more impressive than Gavoo! I am the chosen one, I am the Dark Lord, I shall not succumb to the power. Rawr! Dragon Ball! Useless, you can't control it. That's gonna hurt in the morning. Demons under his dominance, they fused as one. Letting this out would be a disaster. Must end here. Okay. Oh shit. How to maneuver here. Okay. I have a rough idea on how to deal with that. Yeah, you know, Sangetsu feels effective. Especially since Julius and Alucard spent the whole game bossing around Soma and being like, you shouldn't be here, don't put yourself in danger, when they are clearly not up to the task themselves. Okay, I think I'm gonna combine the Claim Soleil with the Axe Armor. Maybe Burr. We'll see. Oh, please spare us. Oh. No, I think this is something added by the patch. just let it be more complicated. Oh, it got more complicated. Music's getting there. That's a Final Fantasy jam. I said it as a compliment. Please have another face. Oh, thank you. The scythe has the perfect reach for this. Oh no, Alucard's sword. Let me show you real quick, because it's not like something serious is going on. Alucard's sword is like this. What I'm using is the Claim Soleil, which is the final form of the Greatsword. But actually not in this configuration. This configuration I would prefer the scythe. This is a cool boss, and I'm afraid we're only seeing like half of it. Also, hold up. Does anyone here remember the, I think, made-for-TV adaptation of the Stephen King story, The Langoliers? It's very obscure. I think it's from the 90s and for TV. So, but these things that are flying at us look like the fuck. Maybe it was a mini-series? It's about people trapped in an airport after the end of the world. And apparently reality is slowly consumed by these weird, round things that are basically just mouths. And in the miniseries they're hilariously bad animated. But yeah, the things that this is throwing at us, the little flying things, they look totally like the Langoliers from that miniseries. And if it's true, like those things, if it's true, it's a brilliant deep cut. And I can appreciate it, because it's even in keeping with the theme, because we're kinda trying to prevent the end of the world here, and we're in a, like... And yeah, a demon bringing the end of the world would have a bunch of Langoliers that would eat reality. Good job, Dawn of Sorrow theme. This has been a really good game, by the way. They refined everything from the first one, and this final boss is a treat. I love giant monsters. Oh. I have a bad knee, you say? Oh. slugger. Yeah. Actually, killer zombie, killer clown might actually be. Ugh. Okay. We're at the beginning of the fight, of the first phase. Let's see. I guess for this, Lilith is actually very good. Here I can take or leave. For the second phase, we're not relying on magic that much. I would like the Bone Pillar for extra. Also, if this motherfucker wants to poison us, then... Ah, still does damage, okay. Also, what a great reveal. Like, when you're right here, you could maybe see that this is a body, but it's mostly just a mess, or a mass of flesh, and it feels very small and restrained, like a lot of final boss fights in Castlevania games have been. And then just to go around and be like, oh yeah, by the way, giant monster now. Get jumping. Bigger than Crate in Super Metroid. That's just a great escalation of spectacle, and I'm all about that. I love it when the monster gets just bigger and bigger and stupider. You might guess that Resident Evil 2 is one of my favorite games of all time, and you would be right. Let me catch up on chat real quick. More of a delay, but the spear has been pretty powerful. Oh yeah, now that. I like how useful our little buddy here remains. Just keeping the additional monsters at bay. Also that, yeah. There's definitely an aspect here of humiliating them. Same with the flying pigs, really. But I also just like the silly visual. Like, I fell in love with this power the moment I saw it, or the moment I noticed Little Summer. Like, to me, it's like he's constantly quoting Hamilton. I'm a general, whee! Ooh, it does. Like, all the smaller monsters here get pretty reliably pushed back by him. And when there's like Flea Man on the screen, you know, stuff that's easy enough for him to kill. The thing is, the entire body of the dragon does damage. It's not a lot of damage, but as you can see up there, we are having a bit of a situation. Oh shit. Yeah, but in a boss fight I don't really care about MP consumption, I'll just chuck my potions. Okay. Ominous. I guess we need to take care of the knee now. Oh god. Another fun thing about it is that it actually seeks out enemies, unlike a lot of other powers. Huh. Whew, we had no healing left, so... Ew. It's finally over. We've finished here, let's go. Someone, what's wrong? Tell me, just what is the Dark Lord? What Celia told you wasn't necessarily wrong. The Dark Lord is the entity opposite to God. And that means there will always be need for a Dark Lord. All because I ducked out from becoming the next in line. Don't misconstrue me, perhaps there is a need for the Dark Lord, but there is no reason at all for you to become the Dark Lord. But if it weren't for me, none of this would have happened. You're neither a god nor a demon. You're only human. You have no chance at ever achieving perfection. I mean... if he could become Dracula's heir in earnest, then what Alucard is positing to be perfection is very well within Sommer's reach. Or are you saying you want to be the Dark Lord? No, of course not. Then stay true to that. Look. There are people waiting for you. Don't break their hearts. Everyone, you kept your promise. Welcome back, Summer. Looks like you're all done. Your face says it all. Ricardo, you're right. Mina, what are you doing here? What do you mean? I was so worried. Oh, Mina, I'm sorry. Don't cry. Gotcha. Okay. Ever eager to please, that Mina Hakuba. Very thankless role, really. Welcome back, Soma. Poor Soma. You'll have your wrap around it. Could everyone just shut up about what is or isn't proper in a relationship? Those kids will figure it out. Oh, without a doubt. Moving on. And everyone just laughed and laughed and laughed. Oh, to be bashful, you two. The world needs that, Lord. It will emerge, even if it's not you, Soma. Do you, Soma? Oh, just me. So, by the way, I had not equipped the Mina's Talisman in the final fight when Soma absorbed the dark stuff. Is this still the best ending? Okay. Yeah, no, this was a fine game. I enjoyed it a lot. Like, I feel the castle was in and of itself more eventful and more interesting than an Area of Sorrow. I wish they had added more extras, because I just prefer it that way, that you get to poke around the worlds a little bit and get rewarded here and there. The bosses were really, really cool. A lot of the designs were positively horrifying, and you know, sometimes Castlevania's seems to lose sight a little bit of its horror roots, but then you run into a boss that it's really upsetting to look at, and you're reminded, oh, yeah, still got it. The character banter was somewhat painful. I kind of love the idea of going back to a established group of characters, to an established group, and you know, have this little bit of continuity and camaraderie, and then all they do all day long is talk about, I don't know, give you relationship advice that the character rejects, because why wouldn't he, and talk about their own little bedroom problems, and you're like, guys, end of the world? Can we focus? Like I said, Alucard is weirdly ineffective, and I think it seems to hint a little bit at the fact that maybe Alucard may want to assume the role of a benign or benevolent Dark Lord. And, but I guess they never made a sequel to that, so... Actually, I have no reference point for Portrait of Ruin. I think there are 2 protagonists, and that's about all I know. I mean, yeah, sure. I don't mind the fact that the banter is silly, or even I think that can be very charming. But the fact it just honed in on this whole thing that, I don't know, both Yoko and Hammer seem very sexually frustrated, and they kind of projected on these early tweens or teenagers. It just got old really fast. Like, if there was more, if they had stories to tell about their life, and this was just a silly facet of uh, a wider a wider range of subjects, I wouldn't mind it that much. But at this point, it just became a little grating and was like, get on with it. Just let me shop. Yeah, but yeah, it was a fun game. And I kinda wouldn't mind if Konami ever got their shit together and maybe actually talked to Iga. Another Castlevania. It seems very far fetched and probably won't happen, but another Castlevania with Soma Cruz. Uh, Maybe with Alucard as a tragic villain. Could be fun. Um, yeah. Not sure if I'm gonna play Portrait of Ruin and Order of Ecclesia anytime soon. I remember Order of Ecclesia just being massively stacked against the player. Like, you need to grind levels in that game. Unless I was playing it very, very badly. But yeah, Order of Ecclesia is something I really wanted to play because the protagonist looked hella cool and it was the last DS Castlevania and kind of end of an era and it looked really good and all that. But then I ran into bosses that just made me want to break the DS in half. It was a lot. Yeah, there's been rumors floating around involving Sony or maybe Sega, and or Sony currently financing work on Silent Hill games. One completely new game by Team Silent, and one that might actually be Silent Hills was supposed to be. Um, yeah, I guess we can only hope for future Konami games or future games from these franchises that we love so much, because Konami isn't interested in it, and apparently they're a really shitty place to work at. And was Harmony of Despair this online mashup game where they just threw all the characters into randomized dungeons? Which always sounded like, that's not really a Castlevania game, but also kind of sounded like fun, because the core gameplay of these games is really strong and just, I don't know, doing it Diablo style could be onto they could be onto something there. Yeah, I think take good care, Rio. I think I'm gonna wrap it up here too. Like I said, we're just about clocking in on 2 hours here, and I finished the game. I'll probably um play something else on the next stream. Maybe I will give Julius Mode another look, either offline or in game, offline or online. Yeah, I'm still thinking Doom 64, but I think I'll just play it by ear. If anything, you all are also perfectly welcome to ask me if I want to play this or that when it comes to games from past console generations. Like, if you have a personal favorite that would seem up my alley, by all means, uh, go ahead and tell me here or on the social medias. And obviously, not promising to play anything, but if I get your requests that kind of line up with my own interests, or maybe even, or I realize it's actually a game on my list, then yeah, why not? I'm doing this for you all as much as I do it for myself, and as a form of, among other things, escapism. And we need a little escapism these days. Things are pretty wild right now. Anyway, have a great remainder of the weekend. I'll be back If not tomorrow, then probably on Tuesday. Your viewership means a lot to me. And take care of yourself, take care of your loved ones, and yeah, have a good one. Goodbye.